I'm so fresh, I'm so clean. Handsome is what the
It's a simple. It's really one simple thing. Ego. Ego's getting away. Everybody thinks their way is the right way, or what they're doing is the best way for it to be done. I've seen it happen so many times. People butt heads and clash ideas because they think they're right, or they think what everyone else is doing isn't what they're supposed to be doing because they feel they could do it better. Nah.
I mean, I feel like as a community, there's always who that friend is who thinks about a lot of shit. That one friend in the black community who's like, "Hey, bro, let's do this," and it only takes one out your whole group to like set that shit off to where everything falls apart, and now you just doing this shit yourself.
But I'm still a Zodiac killer.
Cause you be hearing stories about people that be like, yeah, I tried to put my homeboy on, I gave him some money, he blew that shit, then he now every time he called me, it's only about money.
Are we talking about putting the gang on?
No, well, we talking about like why the black community doesn't like why don't we work together more?
Every nigga out here selfish.
'Cause
I used to be a
I've
selfish
heard
motherfucker myself.
grown men be like, you get yours and move out the way.
Yeah, no facts. Get yours and move the fuck out the way. Like,
And I'm like, why can't we just why can't we all get ours at the table? What's the problem? What is really the problem to that, and what's the solution to it?
cause I want to say it from where I'm seeing it. I'm gonna say it from where I'm seeing it. Every nigga nowadays we don't grow up in rich households. We don't grow up having the most. You feel me? So we grow up in either middle class, average to lower income. So when we get it, it's like shit. Keeping my shit. I'm Niggas didn't help me when I was down. Why the fuck would I help anybody else? That's what I see. That's how I see it. So, and I understand shit. Like niggas ain't helping me when I was down and out. Shit, fuck, I'm help you for.
So then, what is the necessary need to actually to give back into a community? Like, why do athletes have to give back? Why do they have to do that?
They,
Because them people didn't help them when they was down.
I tell you why. They do that so they can write it off on their taxes.
Do you think all of them actually think about that?
Some of them, 9 times out of 10, that's the 50% of the reason why they doing it.
And you feel that why? Because they just write a check and they leave.
Some of them do. Because how many times have you been to like one of those NFL football camps and it's actually been one of the players there?
It's the main one for the first camp. The dude who's holding it, he's there for the first one.
The first one, right?
But if it's 3 days, he's not there for the other two.
Oh.
Or if he's there, it's for a quick picture.
And he's out.
Yeah.
To say that he was there, right?
Pretty much. That's what I know. For me as an artist, I had talked to this dude in the barbershop. I told this dude, "Hey, look, I'm gonna help out St. Louis, Missouri." He got mad. Why don't you help out Houston? I was just like, bro, I understand. Not say I'm born and raised from St. Louis. I'm born and raised out of Houston, but I understand more from St. Louis's struggle because I was more aware of it. It was on Fun Street. You could see it every day, everywhere you go. You can go to a corner store. Corner store, same just like this. There's good neighborhoods right there, but literally across the street, there's an abandoned house. And you see niggas just sitting outside. And then you see little kids walking by. They not caring about no Lambo. There is nothing new. The newest car they seen there is probably like a Ford Focus. And that looks cool to them. And nobody in St. Louis think about traveling. They think about, okay, where am I go? I'm gonna go to Chicago. I'm gonna go what? Philly, maybe Tennessee. That's as far as they think about going.
Hmm.
Only way you knowing about traveling is if you move out of St. Louis and you go somewhere totally different. Then you be like, oh shit, we can actually leave and travel. Then that opens your mind to some shit.
I guess it'd be like that. People getting that stuck mentality.
And I know that's why I be saying, like, for me as an artist, I know for me, if when I have the necessary means to give back to the community, first, I don't think a lot of these people sit down and actually talk to the community to figure out what exactly do y'all need.
That's why a lot of them just give money and go about their business.
Because you could sit down at the city hall, talk to the people in the area that's struggling. Or you can go house to house, however you want to do it. Because some of the people be working all day, late as fucking night, and they want to lay down. They ain't got time to try and get to no city hall and talk to you.
But then you got people out there who actually make Like if they want their concerns heard out,
They gonna make the extra effort.
yeah.
So I mean, you gonna get the half and half. That's why you do the community and then you do the walk to the door.
Mm.
You talk to them. They tell you, well, for one, I need a new place to live because the city not giving a fuck. I didn't complain about my roof. Ain't nobody came out here. It's just leaking. And then they tell you, well, really, we just need better schools. Fix the windows up. The roof's a little patchy. Just put a new roof on there. We don't need a brand new big ass school. We just need a new windows, new this. Give us some updated books, and like some teachers who gonna teach, and not just there to cash in a check.
Yeah, because that's also another problem. It's like,
You have to.
Deep.
Speaking of schools, you got to let the kids work with them too. Because I mean, you can bring in a teacher that wants to teach, but
You gotta have a
you
teacher.
gotta have students. You have
to
students. You have to have students that are willing to
because
learn.
you don't.
Not saying
you wait
that-
till high school to open your mind to figure out who you are and what exactly you trying to say that is important to you. As a little kid, they tell you listen to the teacher, you don't talk back. If the teacher is a really good
Wait, they
teacher,
told you that shit?
in my elementary, that was
Shit. Shit. I felt that, bro. I remember back. It was like 4th or 5th grade, bro. I got sent to the office because my teacher, we were doing like some like PEMDAS shit, and she was like, it was wrong. It was fucking wrong. Like I told her to her face, you are wrong, bro. That's not the way it goes. And she was like, no, that's right. So she sent me to the office. Then they called my mama, and my mama was like, why they calling me? I was like, bro, because she was wrong. And I told her she was wrong. She got mad, and she's like, my mother is a teacher. My mother was a teacher at the time. My mother was really good at math. So my mama ended up telling her, yeah, you are wrong. This is the right way it goes. You are teaching these children the wrong way.
And I mean,
Stand your fucking ground, no matter how old you are. I stand up to my mama every day. My mama always be on that stuff. She always buzzing. She always making me mad.
But
So
I
I
mean-
say what I want to say.
it's
Don't
like,
get disrespectful. Make sure you stay in your fucking lane. You are still younger. They are still your elder.
of course.
But speak your mind, bro. Don't be scared to say, hey, I don't like that. I don't like the way you just handled that.
And
Can
then,
we
like-
try another way?
Another thing is like you got all these athletes that are black athletes that are top recruits out of every state. They don't go to no HBCUs.
No.
And then I hear people be like, man, they need to
'Cause-
start going to HBCUs, get HBCUs.
Well,
But
because
why-
those
That goes back
those
to what you
places like
saying.
Clemson, Alabama,
exposure.
see
UT,
exposure, UT,
LSU,
Texas A&M,
That's like if
U of H.
Ole Miss.
That's like if we were on the team, Corey got offered to Duke, and we got offers to Prairie View and TSU. If we told Corey, hey, take TSU, he gonna look at us like, okay, but what about these other top recruits that also?
What about
got-
fucking Duke? If I'm hooping, like, all right, if we're hooping, and you say, hey, bro, go to TSU, bro. What you mean?
Cause
Look,
he's
I
thinking
get
about,
it. I get it.
I'm trying to go pro.
I'm trying to go to the NBA.
That's what
Damn,
every
look,
'cause
I mean, you
if
can be a good
if other
recruit.
dudes ain't gonna do it, then why am I?
You can
Why
be
do
a
I have
co-
to sacrifice
Facts.
my?
You can be a cold ass nigga, bro. But if you don't have too much exposure, bro, like you're not gonna really look that. No
Yeah,
one's really
you're
gonna
not
look at
gonna-
you too hard, unless you dropping 60 a game at TSU. Then everybody gonna tune in. But
TSU gotta be undefeated going into.
yeah, and then they gotta be like, hold on, who is this nigga carrying TSU?
Basically,
I mean,
Then
it
they
happened
gonna
once.
see you going into it like,
they did.
once, and I mean, it's sad to say, you know, it's not something that happens every year.
Like,
TSU ass as shit.
like,
Shout out to TSU. I go there.
Hello?
Sure.
I mean,
Love Murray.
but what do y'all say to that? Like, how do we? Like, are y'all telling your kids? Like, your kid's a top recruit. Are you?
My
telling-
child, if
are
my
you-
child is a top
Are you
basketball
telling
recruit,
them to talk to the other recruits? Because you know top recruits talk to each other. They go to the camps. They get each other's info. I know from y'all know BP inside the company. He talked to all his recruits going to Northwestern. All the top ones. He got all their numbers. Why don't recruits just tell each other, hey, look, I'm thinking about starting a new trend for us. We always giving these big schools our talent. How about we take it back to the HBCUs? Are you telling your kid, hey, talk to the other recruits, try and start a new thing?
no, telling my kid to go where you think the best opportunity is.
I mean, unless you can you know,
Unless you
convince
can convince
them,
all of them to be like, hey, let's go to this HBCU, let's tee up over there.
and they
Let's put
make
them on the map. And they actually be like, yeah, let's do it. No, but other than that, first things first, I'm gonna tell him is like choose where
Nobody gonna make the first move.
I'ma
until
tell
the dude
him-
who hit you up.
I'm gonna
do
tell
the
him to
first
go
move.
wherever you want to go. Go where you feel like you want to go. My child says I need number one recruit in basketball. I am going to Duke University or Kentucky or fucking Gonzaga, fucking Arizona, fucking UCLA. Shit, who am I to tell him no? North Carolina? Who am I to tell him no?
Why would I stop?
I couldn't get mad at that because that's your life too. It's your
Exactly.
decision.
If he says I don't know if I can really see if I can't see myself getting in that much spotlight going to fucking Prairie View, TSU. Okay, fine, go to U of H. I'm not mad at you.
It's your decision.
It's your
at the end of the
decision,
day.
bro.
It's your life.
Because the thing is, like, if
I love TSU. TSU
if
great,
I received a
bro.
phone call from somebody and I got all these offers and my first couple offers was HBCU and they talking about some, hey, let's do something real. Let's go to HBCU. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna wait till you do it for real. Like, I need to see you commit. Need you to see the sign. All right, he went there for it. All right, then I'm gonna do it. But by that time, if our signing days ain't the same and I gotta go first, I ain't trying to risk that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like everybody who's trying to go pro, you thinking, what is my
You're looking-
easiest
you-
fast track?
I'm like,
And what's
well,
gonna
yeah,
help me get
basically. I want to say
exposure?
easiest fast track, but like the easiest way to get exposed to like more exposure, and a good way to get exposure if you got like five of the top 5 recruits going to the same spot, that'd be great.
Shit. But how y'all feel about that stuff though? As far as like a black community thing, because we just touched on one issue. That's school, celebrities, funding, and how they just check gone.
But it's just so much to talk about. Like, it really is. Like, you can literally sit and talk about this for 6 hours and
Black
still
people
not be done.
will forever be oppressed, bro. I don't care what nobody says.
Because we don't even see eye to eye on the same attack on certain issues.
And that's another of the biggest of the issues that we do have as a community. Like, black people somehow always find a way to either spite their own or want to weasel their way around their own. Like,
I'm so clean, handsome is what the ladies call me. They know what it's about to be. Conscious and finesse, just go ahead and murder the beat. Go ahead and show them no.